Dr. H.K. Kaur, Director of Delnet, Dr. Sangeeta Kaur, Network Manager of Delnet, Dr. Neela Deshpande, Consultant, Delnet Coordination Unit, Pune, Dr. Meera Kulkarni, Head of Management Department, IMS, and Dr. Dinesh Nagarkar, Head IT Department, IMS. Ladies and gentlemen, let's begin with the inauguration function. We at IMS commence any auspicious occasion with the lighting of the lamp. May I request our Honorable Chief Guest and all the other dignitaries to kindly do the honors. Barnabas, librarian, IMS CNR, to give the welcome address.
Thanks, ma'am. Good morning to you all. It is my great pleasure and privilege to welcome you all on this one-day regional workshop on strategies for transforming libraries' growing trends and technologies, which will help highlight the Delnet services for library automation, strategies for IS professionals, and journey of IMS library from NAT A to NAT A+ grade. In the historic city of Ahmedabad, which takes its name from Ahmed Nizam Shah I, who founded the town in 1494, IMS Syria was established in the year 1990 and is a self-financed Christian minority institute. Affiliated to Savitribai Phule Pune University and recognized by AICTE New Delhi. Institute offers 2 university-level postgraduate programs in management and information technology, including PhD programs in management. IMS Syria has a reputation for need-based and novel education programs, community-oriented services, and innovative practices. This is to develop overall personality of students so as to make them responsible citizens. IMS Syria has been one of the first management institute to get the ISO certification in Ahmednagar. The institute has been re-accredited in the year 2018 by NAT as Grade A+ Institute with 3.44 CGPA. Institute is the recipient of Best Institute Award, Best Teacher Award, two Best Non-Teaching Award, that is one in administration and one is in library, from Savitribai Phule Pune University, and also the library is the recipient of the Best B-School Library Award from Discovery Education Media, and another award, that is Outstanding Management Library Award from International Association of Management Scholars, that is AIMS. The academic scenario over the years has undergone a tremendous change, and therefore simultaneous education is the need of the hour. The library reflects the diversity and characters and the need of our expectations of the users. Those needs and expectations are often extensive and the services invaluable. The purpose of today's workshop is to familiarize the library professionals to the current tools and technologies so that they can implement them in their respective libraries. It will also help in better and effective utilization of Delnet resources and gearing up for the visit of nationalized accreditation bodies. Your presence here today certainly reassures our commitment in our responsibility to seek a wider spread of librarianship. And finally, we hope that this workshop serves to assist library science professionals to the best of their ability. I am grateful to Dr. H.K. Kaur and Sangeeta Kaur, Madam of Delnet, for giving us this opportunity to host this workshop of IMS at IMS, where we are celebrating the golden jubilee year of our society, BPHA Society. We warmly welcome you. Our member of governing body of IMS Syria and principal of Ahmednagar College, Dr. R.J. Barnabas, was gracious to accept our invitation, and we are filled with gratitude. Unfortunately, our director has Mr. Rathod and all the distinguished invitees and fellow librarians, it is heartening to see a lot of professionals participating today. It is a very healthy sign and we look forward to your better involvement in today's celebration. I extend a warm welcome to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. I would now like to call upon Ms. Nikita Rajpal to introduce our distinguished guests to us.
Good morning, everyone. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our honorable chief guest, Dr. R.J. Barnabas, who is the principal of Ahmednagar College, Ahmednagar. He is also a board member of IMS and chairman of PPHA Society's Credit and Consumer Cooperative Society, Ahmednagar. Dr. R.J. Barnabas has more than 25 years of academic experience and is well known for his distinguished work in the field of education. He holds a PhD from Savitribai Phule University. He has written 25 research papers and articles published in national and international journals. He has been honored and awarded many prestigious awards. To name a few: Pride of Nation Award, International Kohinoor Award, Rajiv Gandhi Excellence Award, Innovative Academic Research and Dedicated Principal Award, and Best Principal Performance National Award in 2018. Sir, you are indeed an inspiration to all of us. As a token of our appreciation, I now request Dr. U.S. Nagarkar, Head of IT Department, to present a memento and to give to our Chief Guest, Dr. R.J. Barnabas. Have with us a man with immense stature and learning in our midst, Dr. H.K. Kaul, library and information specialist and author, poet, bibliographer and institution builder, which displays in his personality. Sir is the fountain of wisdom and knowledge expert for past 53 years. His creativity as poet and foresight helped him establish two well-known institutions like Telnet and the Poetry Society of India. Sir has been the chairman and member of several committees of Ministry of Communications and Information Technology and the member of international committees such as High Powered Committee on the Government of India Libraries, Board of Management National Library, Calcutta and Rajaram Mohan Roy Library Foundation, Calcutta. Dr. H.K. Kaul's first book came out in 1972 and since then he has authored and edited 60 books, besides research papers and over 100 articles. I now request Dr. U.S. Nagarkar, Head of IT Department, to felicitate Dr. H.K. Kaul, Director of Telnet. Dr. Kaul has authored 25 papers and edited 8 books. She was awarded with the Sarkar Best Woman Librarian Award and is also a recipient of Outstanding Paper Award published in the journal International Interlending and Document Supply. We are indeed privileged to have such a dynamic and graceful personality with us today. I request Kulkarni, Head of Management Department, to felicitate Dr. Sangeeta Kaur. Thank you, ma'am. We also have with us Dr. Neela Deshpande, Consultant of Delnet Coordination Unit. Her educational qualification is MSc, Master in Library and Information Science, and PhD in Library Science. Ma'am has more than 30 years of experience in teaching, guideship, and administration. She is a research guide, and 20 students have been awarded PhD, and 10 students have completed MPhil under her guidance. She has been a paid researcher and has received funds from many educational institutions. Ma'am has authored 7 books and has published 150 research articles in reputed journals and conference proceedings. She is recipient of prestigious state-level award for the best professional and has been an active consultant of Delhi. We are very fortunate to have such a learned and multifaceted personality in our midst. I request Dr. Meera Kulkarni, Head of Management Department, to felicitate Dr. Neela Deshpande. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Neela. We also have with us Dr. Suresh Pathare, Director and Professor at RSWR CSRD Ahmednagar. It's my privilege to introduce to you Dr. Suresh Pathare. Dr. Pathare has served as Faculty of Social Work at Delhi University School of Rural Development at Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Mumbai, and School of Social Work, IGNOU, New Delhi. He has conducted a dozen of research projects and published various research papers. He has organized a number of national and international seminars and conferences. He has completed postdoctoral from University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, USA. He is the Secretary of National Association of Professional Social Workers in India. I would like to request Dr. Yuvesh Nagarkar, Head IT Department, to felicitate our guest, Dr. Suresh Pathare. Thank you, sir. We also have with us Mr. Rohildas Rathod, Network Assistant, Delnet Coordination Unit, Pune. We would like to felicitate him, and I request Dr. Swati Barnabas to felicitate Mr. Rohildas Rathod. Thank you, ma'am. We would also like to felicitate few more guests, and I request Honorable Chief Guest Dr. R.J. Barnabas to please do the honors. We would like to felicitate Dr. Prashant Sugna, Librarian, PPHD Society's Ahmednagar College, for qualifying self-examination conducted on 23rd June 2019. We would also like to felicitate Mr. Girish Shivsar, Librarian, Institute of Social Work, Ahmednagar, for his continuous and extended cooperation. Thank you, sir. I would now request Dr. H.K. Kaur to felicitate Mr. Pawan Sharma, Librarian, Yashasvi Education Society, International Institute of Management Science, for his continuous support and extended cooperation. Billett, second batch student 2017-18 for qualifying set examination conducted on 23rd June 2019. Bharat will receive on his behalf. Thank you all the dignitaries. Ladies and gentlemen, today's workshop aims at providing a platform for library professionals to explore the vast potential of growing trends in the field of library and information science. May I now request Dr. Sangeeta Kaur, Network Manager Delnet, to brief us about the Delnet workshop.
Thank you very much. Namaskar and a very pleasant morning to all of you. Distinguished dignitaries on the dais, Dr. R.J. Barnabas, member of the governing body of IMS and Principal at Ahmednagar College, Ahmednagar. Dr. H.K. Kaur, the founding director, Delnet. Dr. Suresh Pathare, director, Institute of Social Work. Dr. Mrs. Neela J. Deshmukh, consultant in coordination unit Pune. My very fine and dear colleague, Dr. Swati Barnabas, the librarian at IMS Ahmednagar, and also the coordinator for today's workshop. The distinguished members of the dais, Dr. Meera Kulkarni, Head Management Department, IMS the various HODs of the various departments of IMS and sister organizations, my dear library professionals who have joined us this morning from various parts of Maharashtra, the young bright students of IMS and also of the various departments. It's indeed a great honor and privilege for Delnet to have come down to the wonderful institution IMS Ahmednagar to organize this joint collaborative program, a regional workshop on strategies for transforming libraries, growing trends and technologies. This is the second program in the series. We have a program on Saturday, that is on October 12th, at BGMCLS at Mumbai, and this is indeed the second in the series for the Maharashtra region. It is a very proud moment for us to acknowledge the warm support we have been getting from IMS which joined member way back in the year 2005, to be very precise, on 22nd September 2005, and I must congratulate the entire management over here for extending and also for utilizing the dental services for past more than 14 years. As one could see that the IMS with a membership number of 927 when they joined way back 14 years back in 2005. Now Delnet has 6,700 institutions that we are networking across India, and also we are now having our presence in nearly 8 countries. The great splendid cooperation between the two institutions, because IMS is among one of our very early members from the state of Maharashtra. We are indeed much grateful to the entire management over here at IMS and especially to Dr. M.B. Mehta, Director, who has not been able to be here today because of his urgent engagement. And a very warm thanks to Dr. Swati Barnabas, who has made it possible for us. It was indeed, her own initiative for, coming forward in making it possible for Delnet to come down and to organize this program. We are indeed much grateful to the very warm support, that we have been doing. Delnet, with this vast network of 6,700 institutions serving the libraries for past more than nearly 27 years, we are indeed very much happy to see that the Society of IMS is celebrating the Golden Jubilee year, being established in 1969, and this is the Golden Jubilee. It's a very, milestone for an institution, and we do share, in a way, because Delnet celebrated in 2017 our Silver Jubilee year. So the Silver and the Golden Jubilees coming together and constructively, doing something for the society. This, our main mission of networking, it remains networking libraries and spreading knowledge, and we really make the libraries and the library professionals, we want to see to it that as the agent for spreading their knowledge and light in the society through their needs, through their information services. Delnet offers open access to around 3.7 crore million records which are being scattered across India and even outside. And today we have all the leading institutions to all kinds of institutions that you think about, right from the leading IITs to IMS to the medical hospitals, arts and science colleges, and our services, especially the interlibrary loan and document delivery, still stands. It's a great boon for researchers and scholars in this country to get benefited. We have members in USA, University of California, University of Illinois. We have members in Oman. We have members in Nepal, in Sri Lanka, and many more other countries. And the basic aim is to see that how we really, make the library professionals and libraries as the basic centers, for disseminating information. And especially in today's era, we are at the crossroads. You have got, a number of challenges which are being encountered. And the main purpose of holding these workshops, the one-day workshops, definitely is to sensitize our professionals more about the DNS services. We have a knowledge gainer portal now which provides access to nearly 85 lakh full text, e-books, e-journals, e-articles, even from the leading publishers, to talk about. Because today is the world of the open, it's an open society, it's an open access. We are going to give you also more orientation on the academic integrity, which is a very major big issue, the research ethics that we talk about, and it's more to do with the integrity of an institution, the integrity of the researchers and scholars who are being involved with it, and we really want to see where the LIS professionals plays a very crucial role in that. So we are going to give you more orientation in today's program, also to tell you how the things are being changing now, how the libraries are moving to unmanned libraries, where you don't have the library professionals who are managing, it's the technology who is managing. So we have to really gear up and see how we can really offer those value-added services, how we can, it's not just simply justifying the roles, but it's also to see that whatever is the technology can do, it still be, an artificial component. We are the ones who can really do much more, and we should be the one who should be driving the technologies rather than being driven away by the technologies. And I think library professionals needs to really get themselves sensitized. So we are going to tell you a little bit more about it. Then it is also more concerned on the content creation, and we can well appreciate, in Maharashtra, I'm very happy to share that Delnet provides Dell Plus software free of charge to member libraries. In Maharashtra, we have more than around 75 institutions, out of nearly 800 institutions who are using the Delnet software, for library automation. We give it entirely free of charge. You can even take out of your library collections, and we give you a hand-holding for it. So you need not to really think about, having any proprietary softwares. We are going to tell you more about it, open source softwares, and all the softwares which libraries can make use of, and we are going to give you more orientation on it. And most importantly, I am happy to be here at IMS because the kind of best practices that you are able to see, we are able to witness over here the way the things have been managed. And Dr. Swati is going to give you more orientation about IMS and that how they are really being able to create a difference in the lives of their users, by giving a very proactive kind of library services. Most importantly today is the time when we think about the various C's, that is, you have a cost component, you have a content creation, you have connectivity, which is a very important thing. One of the most important C is your client, is your user. And we are going to also give you an orientation, because whether we keep our eyes open or closed, only one thing that we should always see is your user. And that's what the libraries have to gear up to do more customer-centric services. We are going to give you a more orientation and more ways in how you can enhance. It's not a customer satisfaction, it's not a user satisfaction. It's too minimal a thing that you can think about, but to make the lives of the users more delightful with your services. So that's also a very, very challenging thing what our users and professionals must really think about it. So this is, what we really want is, in today's day-long program, more interactions. Let it be a more, interactive session. We are not here just to tell you, we are also here to learn more from you. Do come forward and tell us, how do you want us to do? What else are you looking for, and what are the kind of challenges that you encounter in your, while providing services. Once again, a very warm, sincere thanks, to
is on the dais. Today's chief guest, Dr. Barnabas, the principal of Institute of Management Studies, Dr. Suresh Patare, director of Institute of Social Works, many heads from the department of these institutions, director, Dr. H.K. Kaur, network manager, enthusiastic lady, that is Dr. Sangeeta Kaur, librarian of the institute, and my favorite student, Dr. Swati, and the other professionals. I also know so many are my students here. I am very happy to be here to meet all of you. It's indeed a pleasure to meet you all. And as a consultant of coordination unit, who has given me a chance to meet you all, that is coordination unit 14 of Delhi, I welcome you all participants to this workshop. And I would like to note here that this is the first time we are arranging such type of workshop in Ahmednagar. And before this, we have arranged in Pune city, Nashik, Nagpur, Aurangabad, and earlier. So I would like to mention here that this is the first time in Ahmednagar we are arranging this workshop, and I am very glad for this. Actually, I am thankful to Dr. Swati, her team, and her authority that who has given us the permission to hold this workshop here. And Dr. Swati and her team has made a tremendous effort to meet us all. So we will take this as an opportunity for us, and she has achieved a success, and the cooperation you have given for her. So I would like to appreciate cooperation from your side. Though you know all, you are aware about the activities of Delhi, I would like to give you some information about what is the situation in today's Maharashtra about the Delhi. Delhi is a major resource sharing library network in India, connecting more than 6,500 libraries in 33 states and 8 other countries. It devoted to modernization of libraries since 1992, and the head office is at Delhi, which is housed in JNU campus, New Delhi. We have got a number of resources, that is a union catalog of books, union catalog of periodicals, union catalog of periodical articles, CD-ROMs, video records, and the union list of thesis and dissertation. Actually, union list of thesis and dissertation has more than 130,000 records, and this source, what I find, is important to a research scholar. The important resource is launched recently by Delhi is known as Knowledge Layer. It provides access to nearby 79 lakhs e-books, e-journals, e-articles on varied subjects, and one can access to full text e-journals also. So Delhi Plus software, as Madam has told you, Delhi Plus software is free to all, and many from Maharashtra it is accessing that. So another important service I would like to mention here, that is the interlibrary loan and document delivery service to its member libraries. And this has become a very popular service in all regions, interlibrary loan. I can say that Delhi is only institution who is effectively carried out this ILL or interlibrary loan service, and for that purpose they have established 3 units, that is a Bangalore, Hyderabad and Pune, to coordinate interlibrary service and also visit to member institutions in the nearby regions. Then it is also support to the information center, giving a new technical training, technological training to the professionals, and it promotes the establishment of knowledge centers and other consultants for setting up the knowledge and information sector. At present, Delnet has more than 6,700 libraries as its member. It's the second largest membership in the world, not in India, in the world. First is for OCLC and second is the Delnet. member, and out of that, 1/3 of it, that is 213 members from Pune city itself. I am proud of mentioning this, that 1/4 of the total number of members, 1/4 is from Mumbai, that is 230. Nagpur is having 74 members, second one Nagpur. Next, Nashik 69, Mumbai 46, Aurangabad 43, and Ahmednagar is also having 38 members. So Ahmednagar is also very developing fast, becoming a members, and I would like to say that in future we are expecting them all, which is followed by Solapur, Sangli, Satara, and Ahmednagar is also developing very fast to use the internet sources. My humble request to all of you that all participants that to share your catalog, that is a database with the Telnet Delhi, so that it will inform to all. It will, one way we can say that it is advertise your collections to all and members about your collection and how you are rich in collection. That will be also, if you have got the rare books and other one, that will come to know many. So that is the main important feature. So with this, I conclude my speech and I would like to give all the best. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, our director, Dr. N.V. Mehta, because of some important commitment, was not able to join us for this inaugural program. On his behalf, Dr. Meera Kulkarni, Head of Management Department, will now address the gathering.
Good morning, one and all present here. Our chief guest for today's function, Dr. Barnabas, the three dignitaries who have come down from Delhi, Dr. Kaul, Dr. Sangeeta Kaul, and Deshpande Madam, who is a mentor and guide to our Swati Madam. Pathare sir has always been part of our institutional activities, and the force behind this program, Dr. Swati Barnabas. And all the esteemed librarians who are present in this gathering. My dear friends, librarians were something that I have always had an awe for, and libraries were physical entities. So, as a student and later on as a faculty, like a place of worship is how we look at libraries. Because I teach management, and the product that the library offers is knowledge. And this is the temple of knowledge. So for all of us, there is a lot of respect and aura around the library. Now, as the topic states about the changes that are happening in library, so I look at the library sciences or the library offering us knowledge, which falls in part of our service industry. And then the two components are the processes and the people, as ma'am correctly mentioned, the client and the user. And what are the processes involved in the library? So, on all these regards, I'm seeing that a great change is happening. Libraries are no longer physical brick and mortar structures, as they used to be splendid, the American library, the Delhi library. So now library is available to you thanks to the World Wide Web, and library knowledge is available to us wherever we are. So the new types of challenges that are coming are going to be very different. So we have so much of technology that is supporting the processes like AI, or even drones for that matter, and so many technological advancements happening in sharing of knowledge. Then how do we make, this is how we manage the library. Now how do we make this user-friendly? So Telnet with its World Wide Web and its great networking capability has shown one of the ways. Now the challenges at the other end with students or the users or the clients are also changing. If we look at people today, we are attending attention deficit people. We cannot hold our attention for more than 2 or 3 minutes. Look at the WhatsApp. Look at the way we are surfing for new information. So with this, giving right amount of knowledge, knowledge that is useful, knowledge that is engaging to the consumer, is a big challenge. So this is where I'm really very inquisitive what is going to happen today here. Secondly, we also see that this consumer today, if you do not give him knowledge, he has many sources to collect the knowledge. So that differentiator that one library or one facility has now become a very small differentiator. So what is it that we can do? So one of the very beautiful things that was suggested here was that instead of looking at ourselves as independent bodies, can we be interdependent? Which library has shown us this network and the kind of sharing that is happening across various libraries. So this networking, this force of being interdependent will make this knowledge sharing very, very strong and very, very effective. So I'm very excited that you're all going to share such a beautiful session today. And what is the future of a viable business model of a library? I know that readership is reducing. I know that challenges are very many, and still we need knowledge. So what is this business model that we can also create, keeping some of the libraries which are free of cost, and some of the libraries which are serving institutions, and some of the libraries which are only paid by nature. So I welcome you all to this session, and I'm sure you will have a very good learning here, and you're all going to go out richer and wealthier when you leave this seminar today. Thank you and welcome to all of you.
Thank you, ma'am. May I now request our Honorable Chief Guest, a man of distinct vision and an illustrious educationist, Dr. R.J. Barnabas, to express his thoughts on this occasion.
Good morning to all of you, and thank you for inviting me to be a part of this regional workshop that is organized by the IMS. I'm acutely aware that we have overshot our time, so I shall just keep my thoughts to the minimum. I must tell you that we at BPHC Society, which runs the IMS along with 2 other institutes, that is Ahmedabad College and the ISWR, are based on our whole objective behind these institutions is to have quality education to be given to our students. And we at BPHC Society are very proud that our 3 units inculcate this very vibrant and cosmopolitan approach that was envisaged by our founding fathers as many as 50 years ago. We are also very proud that the IMS and CBR has been given an A+ grade by the NAC. It is due to the hard work and the tremendous work ethic that exists and which is so obvious in the IMS that is responsible for them getting all the accolades that have come their way over the many years. I'm particularly happy that the IMS library today is coming up with this initiative of associating with the Delnet people and having them come to Ahmednagar and share their experience and tell you how networking can best be done. As Madam Meera Kulkarni said, that it is incumbent on our part to ensure that more and more people start physically visiting the library. The institution in which I have the privilege of being a part of for the last 28 years has about 10,000 students, if you include the students which are there on Sunday also for our YCMOU studies. And we find that more and more students seem to be using the availability or the, what would we say, the cell phones rather than visiting our libraries. And I think it is a challenge for that more and more people physically come and visit our library and And the best way of doing that would be improving our service or giving them something that probably the computers or maybe their mobile phones don't give them. I don't want to take too much time this morning, but I just want to say that as I was coming to this function from my office this morning, I read a very cute and appropriate saying which said that bad libraries build collections, good libraries build services, and great ones build communities. I hope that today's regional workshop goes a long way in all of you people coming together and carrying this very important great community of librarians and readership to another level. All the best to you all, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Next, I would like to invite Dr. H.K. Kaur, Director Delnet, to share his views.
Dr. Barnabas, Dr. Suresh Pakhare, Dr. Dr. Sunita Paul, Dr. Nila distinguished library professionals and friends. It's indeed a pleasure for us to be here in Ahmednagar for the first time organizing this program. We have actually organized programs travel from city to city, trying to give the message of a wake-up call for the librarians. The reason being that information is doubling every few months, and good information is getting lost in all kinds of information that's coming on the net or getting printed. And therefore, librarians have a great role to play, which we hope they understand. Dr. Meera Kulkarni raised very interesting issues today. And I thank you, madam. You have taken up the issues which are key issues. And we are trying to see that how this quality content can reach the user today. Between the information and between the users, librarians are there. They have to act like a bridge, trying to collect the quality content for the users they want, and not everything what you can get from the web. So therefore, you have a role to play. The problem is that our librarians everywhere need training. They need awareness about the content which is getting developed all over the world in different subjects. And they also need support of the managements. In many places, the managements are not that aware that there's a grave situation. Information is growing at a fast speed and quality information matters. The credit to an institution, this institution got A+ from NAC, is because of their hard work, because of the quality services that they are producing and the quality students they are producing. Now they can produce if there is quality content available in the libraries. Librarian has to play a great role. Similarly, in each institution, the librarians have to play a great role. Now we at Delnet, we have millions of quality resources because from libraries, each library has a library committee. So thousands of professionals are selecting this content which reaches Delnet and which has to reach the users through the librarians. So librarians, if they don't know what is available in Delnet, then how can they provide the quality content or the services to the users? So we understand that librarians have to play a great role. Librarians also have to be like knowledge experts. You have to understand what your user needs, and you have to see where this information is available in the world or in the country. So I don't want to take more time. We are going to have deliberations today. I'm sure, as has been said, you will return back with a lot of ideas, but everything depends upon your initiative. how much do you want to carry with you, and how much change you can introduce in your own institution, in your own library. This is a very important time when we all have to act, and there's a greater responsibility. In future, we are going to have librarians like discovery librarians, subject librarians, language librarians, and all kinds of designations are coming up because the roles are changing of the librarians. So therefore, you have an opportunity to rise, or you have an opportunity to sit idle on your seats. The choice is yours, but we are there to help you. We are there to, whatever you need, whatever help you need from any part of the world, information you need, we will be able to help you to whatever extent we can. With these words, I thank the management also, and Dr. Barnabas and others, and it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. As we have come to the end of this inaugural function, it's my privilege to express a word of appreciation and gratitude to everyone present here. On behalf of IMS and I sincerely thank our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Barnabas, for accepting our invitation and gracing this function with his presence. My deep sense of gratitude to Dr. H.K. Kaur, Dr. Sangeeta Kaur, and Dr. Neela Deshpande for helping us organize this constructive workshop, which is very important for the library fraternity. I also wish to extend my gratitude to Dr. Suresh Pathare for sparing his valuable time and being with us this morning. I would also like to thank Mr. Meera Kulkarni and Dr. U.H. Nagarkar who joined us for this program. And special thanks to all the participants of this workshop for attending this program. Thank you very much. The inauguration program has now come to an end. And now it's time for a tea.
Not yet over. Thank you so much. On behalf of Delhi, we would like to express a very warm, sincere gratitude to the entire management of IMS. Our heartfelt thanks to the Honorable Chief Guest of today's program, inaugural session, Dr. Barnabas, who has been able to join us today. Thank you so much for your very, very kind, gracious presence here with us. On behalf of Delhi, I would like to request Dr. Paul to kindly present a small memento to Dr. Barnabas. May I request Dr. Paul to present a memento to Dr. Suresh Pathare. May I have the pleasure of requesting Dr. Meera Kulkarni to kindly come on the dais and receive a small memento from their neck. On behalf of each one of us, this is a plaque of great appreciation and admiration to no one else other than Dr. Barnabas, who has really been working very hard along with his entire team in making it possible for us to have this program here. Great big thanks to you, Swati, and your splendid team and the great teamwork, and it's much beyond the spoken words. What we have felt, we are indeed much grateful to you. I request Dr. Kaur and I also request our distinguished dignitaries on the dais to kindly present this plaque to Dr. Swati. Of the students who have been doing the wonderful anchoring here, flawless everything. And no doubt about it, the teachers that we have, the faculties and others, one can see from the students, what is the kind of the teaching which is going on and how confident are they. Thank you very much, and a big thank you to each one of you who have been able to come from different parts of Maharashtra to be here today at this very, very special day.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for a tea break. But before that, everyone is requested to gather outside